Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, folks. Got my coffee cup right here. I'm ready. I'm ready for business. Just barely ready for business. All right, let me do my intro. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. Optimism. Well, I gotta say it again. Helping everyone reaps optimism. Reaps optimism, right? Helping others makes you feel good about yourself. It's a good thing to remember. Good thing to remember. I'm your host. I'm Sacred Wrights. I am an author and a motivational, inspirational speaker. And I'm here doing my show. Doing my show. I've been doing my show now for I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long, but it's been months since. Wait a minute, months? Yeah, since I've been doing the show live again. I've been doing it for quite some time. I think months. I think months because the 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 marathon was in November. So I've been doing and I've been doing a live show almost since November. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I'm a man with who's recovering from a stroke. I'm a man who's recovering from a stroke, and I thank you for hanging in there with me, and I thank you New Thought Media Network for allowing me this space and this opportunity to survive, to thrive, to give all I can in this space of working through it as someone who's had a stroke, because it means that at least once a day, at least once a day, I get to experience what it's like to talk. And sometimes on Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes I shut down. I shut down. I don't really talk. But having to do the show every day gives me practice talking. So I don't want you to take this for granted. That's my point. I don't want you to take this for granted. This is a serious commitment by me to help myself and help myself become my own hero. Own hero. Own hero. All right. So, where's my dice? Oh, well, well, Friday's gonna be another special day. It's gonna be another special Friday. All right, so since we're doing the special Friday, let me just get on in here and say what's up to some people. We're saying what's up to me. B King hit me up this morning talking about you got time to go for a run before your show. I was like, what? I was like, what? I'm sorry, P King. I did not get up and run. I did not get up and run. I got your message and I was like, I couldn't do it. But your inspiration inspired me to get up and do the show. Just get up and do the show, right? Because sometimes I don't want to do a show. Yesterday was a perfect example. Oh, let's talk about that. Yesterday I did a show. It was three minutes. It was 3 minutes. See, I want to talk about this because sidebar, please. Because I am known as a problem solver, right? In my world of work, I've become known as a problem solver. That means that when something comes up, I generally don't ask for just for a description of what needs to be done, just what needs to be done. Like, what is the final project? And then whatever I get, I'll figure out, oh, maybe I need to do this, maybe I do that. I'll figure out how to get to the finish line. And what's missing, this is a perfect example. Stay with me. What's missing from my life, from my growth is that problem solver element, right? Because yesterday I saw that I had 3 minutes. I had 3 minutes to go. I had three minutes to go, and I was gonna quickly do an episode. I was gonna quickly do a three-minute episode, just say hi, bye, and then that's it. Right. But what I did not do, what I did not think of was running an old episode. Running an old episode. Like I got thousands of old episodes that I could have run, but I did not think of. I did not think of. Oh, I should run an old episode. So, do you understand the distinction I'm making? So, the distinction I'm making is that I do not think of solving the problems, solving the problems yet. Right? I just think of the challenge that's being presented. Oh, oh, I only got 3 minutes until my next show. In 3 minutes, I could have put up a whole show easily, easily. Instead of scrambling, trying to say something really fast, and then just getting out of it. And so I think that's a perfect example to for people to understand that I may look the same, I may sound the same, but the effort to apply the how to get it done properly, how to get it done, the effort to get it done, how to get it done is is away somewhere. Like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. Because I've done a, a previous show before. I've done it. It was in there. It's in there in my thought patterns, but it didn't present themselves yesterday. And I was thinking, I was thinking so hard of what can I get done in 3 minutes. And I was thinking, oh, what can I say in 3 minutes? I didn't even say what I wanted to say. But the point is that you've got to, well, at least dealing with me, you've got to factor in that my brain isn't working out quite the same, and I know I look the same. I gotta say it again. I know I sound the same, but I'm not operating the same. Not operating the same. And shout out to Harry Cole for reminding me that I am someone who finds the solution. Right? Because I didn't even think of myself that way. But I was just talking to her yesterday, and she talked me into that, like that I have this way of seeing what needs to be done and just fixing it. And apparently, I'm pretty good at it, or I have been practically good at it. And so now it's just a matter of being in more in habit of calling that into my mind. But I think I wanted to make it clear though. I just that I think I made it clear. I think I made it clear. Just that my desire to feel to to fix the thing has become there, but not as strong as it could have been. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh, wait a minute. All right, what's Tim saying? It changes the way you communicate. And excellent. Yes, yes. It changes the way I communicate. And so often, here we go again, Tim. Here we go again. So often, what happens is I see people around me reacting in a way that must be to an old version of me, but it's not like I'm really asking, or I'm really just trying to figure things out. And so when someone reacts to something that I've obviously done before, like I try to try to keep it low. Like, oh yeah, I try to keep it low so that I don't surprise them too much. But yeah, it really does changes the way you communicate internally and externally. it's hard to get people to understand that even though it's me, even though it's me, and I look the same and I sound the same, I think differently. But anyway, I think the one example that I gave was a good example because I could. Oh, my mom. Shout out to my mom. My mom said, "Why didn't you run an old episode?" And I was like, "Why didn't I run an episode? Like, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that?" All right. So anyway, let me see if there's any other comments. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, how do you how do you stay or get inspired to continue running when you're in pain? Mm, mm. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Yesterday, we went out to a show. We went out to watch some jazz musicians, right? And before we asked, I asked my parents how long the the jazz ceremony would be. You know, about like, oh, sorry. Oops. There we go. And took I took them at their word that it was going to be 90 minutes. So I was like, 90 minutes, okay, that's fine. I hadn't done my run yet, right? So I'm thinking about my run, and I'm thinking, all right, I got to get my run in. For those of you that don't know, I've been challenging myself to run at least a mile every day. The hard part is not the mile. The hard part is the every day, every day this year, every day this year. We're already in March. Every day this year, I've run a mile every day. Now, yesterday I was thinking about this because I hadn't done it yet, and I was tired, and I was like, well, I'll go, I'll go to do this jazz thing, and then we'll get out. It'll still be, early. It should still be, getting dark. Right. That concert was long. That concert was long. I was like, ooh, it took a long time to start. Once we started, it took a long time to get into it. I was like, oh no, oh no. And then just when I thought we were breaking up, it was intermission. I was like, intermission? Oh man. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it because by the time I left, we'd be I was estimating it'd be about 11 p.m. Then I got to rush to get outside and run in a darkened neighborhood, a completely darkened neighborhood. And I was like, I got to do something. I got to do something. I sat there thinking, sat there thinking. And then you know what I did? I went and ran around the venue for a mile. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I took off my jacket, left my jacket there. Someone even commented, said, "Oh, I was wondering when you go take your jacket off." I took my jacket off, this right here, put it in my chair, went outside and ran in loops around the around the venue because I was like, I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt me more if I wait. And let me tell you something. It hurt during the run. Like it was hard. It was a hard run. I was running like just as I mentioned, just loops around the track around the venue. But I felt the pain, and I was like, "Ooh!" I, I was just holding on, just holding on, just holding on. Can I get to? Can I get to a mile? Can I get to a mile? Can I get to a mile? And I did it. So I guess part of my response is I've got to calculate the the pain of not doing it, right? So it hurt me to do it. It hurt me to do it. It hurt me to get out there, find a way to excuse myself from this jazz thing, and get out there and run fully dressed, mind you, fully dressed, and just run really slow. But anyway, it took me all of that to calculate against how am I going to feel? How am I going to feel when I get up today, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't make it yesterday. I made it every day of the year except yesterday because yesterday I went to a concert. You know what I mean? Like I had to figure out how that feeling was going to feel, how that pain was going to feel. You know, so I guess it's choosing the pain. Choosing the pain. You want to feel the regret of, or to feel the pain of regret. Yeah. Do you want to feel the pain of regret? Because I didn't want to. I didn't want to. And so I got out there and I did it. And I did it. And I'm gonna tell you, it hurt. It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. I can't emphasize it enough. Because I got back, they didn't have any water left. They had water all day. All day. So I got there, they had water. I get back, all they got is soda. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like it was a rough run. It was a rough run, but I got it. And so now I've got another 24 hours where I can have to prepare myself for whatever excuses I have today. Because today, Fee was right. Fee King was right. I could have gotten up and I could have gotten it done when before the show came on, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it that morning, this morning. And so now I got to figure out what other excuses I want to have between now and the end of the day. But I got to get it done. I got to get it done before midnight. Before midnight. All right, now I've been benchmarking. Well, I've been uh, what's that word? Oh man, I'm sorry, I can't remember the word, but anyway, I've been talking about all these other things. So let me get back to the basics. All right. Oh, thank you, Rev Mel. Rev Mel says, "I'm a supreme example of discipline and commitment." I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, one more thing. One more thing. And being out there, being fully dressed, mind you, and running into people, and people like, what's going on with him? Like it was hard. It was hard out there. People were looking and staring and trying to figure out who I am, who's the well dressed guy who's jogging around the building very slowly. I'm tell you, it was rough. Oh, by the way, while I have Melissa on camera, she has been having trouble with her Wi-Fi at her hotel. So maybe we'll have her today, maybe we won't. But for those of you who are looking for her yesterday, she's having trouble with her communications via her 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 internet, her internet. All right. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to. You know what? This is Friday. Friday is a loose run day, so let me just roll on and see what else we got to say. All right. So let's see. Mental emotional pain is way worse than physical pain. Yeah. Yeah. But meanwhile, you got to remember that. You got to remember that. You got to remember that sitting there in a room full of people that are dressed to hear this play, this jazz. You've got to get out of that and then go out there and get back before the thing ended. Got back before the thing ended. Got back, sat down, caught my breath, and ended it without having to do anything extra. Because when we got home, I was like, yeah, I definitely wouldn't have made it. I definitely wouldn't have made it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I was able to get the show up yesterday. All right, great. The tornado watch and lightning storm helped the Wi-Fi somehow. Ooh, where you at? Where you at, Reverend Mel? Where you at? New Orleans? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Anyway, Karen Carr is showing me some love for getting out there and getting it in despite the all the difficulties of getting out there against my will. Because you got to understand it was against my will. It was against my will. Let me tell you, true talk. All right. Thanks to Fee King for inviting people to watch the show. And let's see. You have so many cool studios. Yeah, I do have very, very many cool studios. Yes. Yes. Sunny Florida. but it's cold. But it's cold. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, come on. It ain't cold. It ain't cold. It's cold. I did my show outside the other day. I was like, oh, no, not again. What is it? 50 degrees. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, man. I'm not doing it outside. You see, I'm doing it inside again. I'm doing the inside. Shoot. All right. 8 months. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure that's Linda. Thank you, Linda. Because I keep forgetting how to add. Like, I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Like, I keep forgetting how to add. So when someone says something to me that's a, a basic math problem, I have to keep repeating it to myself. Keep repeating it to myself. And even then, I still sometimes mess up on it. Now, you're telling me that I'm 8 months in. Somehow I got 6 months, but after 6 months, I could not add enough days or months or weeks after that to know I'm at 8 months. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And thank you for doing it for me. So now I know I'm in month 8. All right, folks, I'm in month 8. All right. I'm in month 8. So yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And that's a good way to give myself a, you know what, I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell this story. So yesterday, well, not yesterday, but recently, I got my hair cut here in uh, in Florida. So I got my hair cut, and I gotta tell you that the guy who cuts my hair, he's been cutting my hair for a long time. It's not a new situation, but this is a different situation because we talk about stuff. We talk about writing. We talk about, well, writing a lot, and this time was different though. This time he started talking to me about having an incident, having a stroke type incident, right? And you know, I am so happy that, happy is a strong word, but I'm going to use it anyway. I'm happy that my challenge has forced other people to step out and feel free to talk about this kind of stuff because it happened to me. Anyway, he talked about the fact that he's my body type, he's my physical type, he's my, like, everything I could want in terms of a model. He's that guy. He was riding a bike 7 miles a day, right? When he had the incident. And anyway, he was talking about it, and he was talking about how it took him a year before he could even do some of the things that I'm doing now. And that was really good to hear. And he's talking about how much water he drinks. And I know Feed King is constantly trying to get me to drink water. But it was interesting hearing it from a guy who's on my level. Who's on my level, and having him speak to what it was like and being okay with blood pressure meds and and be mm, being I guess what I want to say is just that him being so similar to me and fighting with the same set of circumstances just made it feel less uphill. Uphill is not the right word, but I hope you get my meaning. It just felt like it was less uphill. It was just like, okay, all right, now you've given me someone in my life that went through the same thing, and he told me how much he appreciates how much I've done. And also the man in the wheelchair who was behind us in line, I mentioned him. He's in a wheelchair because of a stroke. And he was flabbergasted that I was able to do what I've done in 6 to 8 months, right? And I don't feel like it's a lot, but I've done, I guess, a lot for someone in my situation. And that just makes me feel that much better. That doing this show is help me conjugate sentences, right? That that doing all these things has helped me grow and get there faster. So you're going to hear me talk about the barber in Florida a lot because some things he said it's really stuck with me. It's really stuck with me, and yeah, and so we had a really good conversation about that, and he even got his. Nah, I'll save that one for later. I'll save that one for later. But he told me some good things. Well, let me just tell you, he he developed a way such that his blockades in his system are zero or zero. Like when you eat things, you develop uh, a resistance. His was zero, zero, because of what he did to fight himself after his incident. So I'm on it. I'm on it now, right? Now I'm gonna be on that 0% incidence rating. All right. All right, now I've talked about everything, and the show's over now. I hope I hope your hope my discoveries of mine today were helpful. I would like to remind everyone to please give, please give. I'm just going to put my website up because I don't think you understand, because I don't understand. I did not understand how much this would affect my life in so many different ways. And I need the funds that this fund will create is creating, because just because I'm able to speak does not mean everything's over. Just because I'm able to go visit the doctor does not mean everything's over. Things are still hard. Things are still very, very hard. And my landlord has given me a very big number to reach. And it's about the amount of time that I was not able to contribute because I was where I was. And now I've got to contribute to in order to get that money, or in order to get that out from under me. So I'm coming up with the cute soliloquy because I got to get I need to have more reason to run because it's getting hard. It's getting hard. So I'm gonna say like $100, $100, 16. Oh man, I don't know, 1,600. Well, let me just tell you the number. $1,600. No, $16,000. $16,000, and I'm going to run. I'm going to run a grand total of 1.5 miles a day. 1.5 miles a day, because I got to tell you, it's hard. It's hard, and me committing myself to that will enable me. So please, if you're looking for a reason to give, let that reason be the fact that I'm trying hard out here. I'm trying hard to be there for myself, to be there for others, to be an inspiration to others, to do all those things. Please give, please give, please give. Please just go to my website, sacredrights.com, and hit the link and donate. And donate, because I need the help. I need the help. I need the help. All right. So that said, keep doing. Where's my list? Where's my list? Keep doing. Be your own hero. And now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Now you saw I wasn't ready to do an announcement about my run, but I just made one, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do my best to try. All right, Ashe, and happy Friday. Check out Felicia P. King's show on 11:30 a.m. Eastern time on her Instagram. Okay? All right, so everybody, we'll see you then. And we'll see you on Reverend Mel show before then. All right? Later.